What's going on, Knoxville363? As I do with all the other phones I review, I always like to do a pro-con video. However, this time I waited a little bit longer because I was so in love with this phone. I thought it was the best device, so I figured let's use it for a week or so before you start making assumptions that it is the best phone. So let's run through the pros really quick, and then I will get down to what I dislike about the phone. First of all, let's talk about the actual design. Now, I do have a case on the phone, so it does add a little bit of thickness to it. Now, it does look a lot thicker on camera than it is in person. However, the actual design of it, where the buttons are laid out, I really liked. I really like that the volume rocker on this phone is a lot larger than the other phones, making it very easy to turn the volume up or down. Your 3.5mm head jack is always in the same spot, and your power sleep button is right here on top. Easy to access, no big deal. The charging port, it's on the side. Once again, I'm kind of iffy on where I like my USB port when I'm charging my phone, because I find myself using it quite frequently, and if it's on the charger, sometimes it's kind of awkward to use while it's on the charger. Now, there's nothing on the right side of the phone. I think maybe they could have incorporated something along the side, maybe like a camera button, or put the camera button over back here like they had on the LG Marquee. Now, the actual weight of the device, I don't feel that the phone is heavy at all. Some may argue and say that it's a little too heavy. However, I've owned pretty much every single Boost mobile phone, and I feel that the weight is appropriate for the actual design and everything else. Now, you are going to get ice cream sandwich and 4G on this device. I can definitely tell you that the ice cream sandwich update coming from Gingerbread is really nice, even though kind of like when you're stepping it up, just one more update from the next. It's just little small features that make it that much greater. However, I'm not going to go into that much detail in reference to the ice cream sandwich and 4G in this particular video. And then the next thing that I really like about this phone is the fact that they kind of put a hidden notification light beyond the speaker. Now, I have the phone charging right now on my PC, so as you can see, it's orange. When the actual phone, I only have 17% battery life. Now, when the actual phone gets up or you have a notification, it will change to green. So if you're on a full charger, you have a notification, it'll be green. And it's bright enough to the fact that you can see it right away, and you don't have to constantly power on and off your phone, or rather take it out of sleep mode to see if you have a missed call or a text message. The next thing, which I get a lot of messages about, is the battery life. The battery life on this phone has been the best for a CDMA network phone, meaning non-chirp. Alright, because the chirp phones, in my opinion, they had the best battery life, period. Now, if we're going to talk about how long a battery will last for, well, that's all going to be based on use and how you guys actually use the phone. I keep my particular phone on the lowest, I have it on the dimmest setting at all times, and I generally do have my 4G on. However, I'm at my house, so as you can see, I have no service. But when I'm at work or other places, I have my 4G coverage or 3G. So, in reference to, and I use my phone quite a bit, I would say every bit of 10 to 12 hours, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending upon how heavy you really use the phone. Now, the actual display, as you can see, now just like what I said with other things, in person it looks a lot nicer than it does. I just put this live wallpaper on really quick just so you guys can get a good idea of what the actual display looks like. Now, it does look very crisp, very nice. I think it has very vibrant colors. I would definitely say it is just as nice as the LG Marquee, and I was very impressed with the LG Marquee, its actual display with the Nova display that was on the LG Marquee. Now, here's another thing I really liked about this phone. I have yet to have it crash on me at all. When I'm scrolling through pages, it's not lagging. Another thing I really like, really cool, like that. See how it has like a carousel when you're scrolling through pages? Alright, so anyways, just thought I'd point that out, that's a feature I really liked, even though it's pretty stupid. As far as reliability, okay, that is another pet peeve of mine when I'm using a phone. If I press on an application, I expect it to open it up pretty quick, okay? I don't want it to lag or force close on me or anything else along those lines, all right? I have found that this has been the most reliable phone. However, it's still brand new and there are chances for it to actually fail. Now, another important thing that a lot of people are concerned about are the buttons. Do the buttons actually stay lit? And yes, the buttons stay lit at all times. It doesn't run off a proximity monitor to turn on and off. They stay that bright at all times. Now, the clock and weather. If you've been around for a while and you've watched my other videos, you'll know that I always have a similar clock to this one. However, this one actually has your full weather. Before, it would just have the time and then a little sun or a moon, as in my other videos, and that was from the Sense analog clock. As you can see, it actually flips just like all the other Evo phones from HTC, which I thought was really nice. And I just liked it overall because when you basically, when you tap on it, it gives you the live weather, and you can go for now, hourly, or 4-day forecast. And now, because I have no service, I mean, if you tap on it one more time, it'll give you the weather. And I don't know if you could see it or not, but the sun rays are actually moving. When it rains, it kind of gets on the screen. It's just really, really cool. And because I don't have actual service, it's not updating the weather so good, but that's just one feature I really, really liked. The actual camera on this phone is just as nice as the LG marquees, all right? Now, it's kind of hard. Let me move this over so you guys can actually see this, and there it goes. Now, as I'm panning around, you'll notice that there's no lag in it at all. Then the only bumpiness that you will see is it trying to get into focus. Now, as I mentioned in my actual review video, I liked how the fact that you can actually do different things to your pictures, which I thought was really, really neat, and I love that feature because if anything, I take pictures with my camera on my phone. I don't necessarily snap videos. Now, you can zoom in and out right here. Now, if we go to the actual, let's go to video. Okay. Now, you see here on the bottom where it says off. If I simply press it on, it will activate the light, so you can record with the light on, which was another key feature that I got a lot of questions about. Now, if we switch over to photo, or no, I'm sorry, let's go to video and let's switch it to the front. Alright, so as you can see, it's not as nice. We are talking, let me go in front of the PC, maybe get a little bit more lighting. Now, this just looks really bad. It's really not this bad, I promise you. It is only 1.3 megapixels, and just like the LG marquee. However, I have found that, I mean, how often am I really using this front camera? And I really shouldn't even have added this part in my video. However, some people want to see what the front-facing camera looked like. It's very grainy, low quality, and I just don't like it. So let me hurry up and get out of that before anyone says or thinks anything negative about this phone. So that was the camera. Now let's talk about the speaker. Another problem that Boost mobile phones, especially the Android phones, have had is the speaker itself, okay? The speaker, I've had no problems. I've listened to music, which I can't play. I'm not going to play any videos, movies, because of copyright issues. But let me tell you, the speaker is just fine. There's really nothing negative I could possibly say. I've not had to forcefully use headphones because I can't hear anything. I think that the speaker on this phone is just awesome. So now let's get down to the negatives. Alright, now it's very hard for me to say anything negative about this phone. However, no phone will be perfect. So I figure these are the things that I thought were negative on the phone, and I thought they could have improved. Earlier I discussed how the phone has more of a compact design, and as a guy, and I tend to text message at awkward times, like when I'm driving. Shh, don't tell anyone. But it's very hard to text on a compact keyboard. That's the biggest thing I loved about the ZTE Warp. I love the fact that you can just, you know, type away and not have any problems. Love you guys. So that is one thing, and the stock keyboard I thought was very annoying, and I could not wait to get rid of it. This is just a standard ice cream sandwich keyboard I downloaded for free off the marketplace. Now as far as the camera, alright, so let's go ahead and discuss the camera design. I have a case on my phone. However, in my review, I believe I discussed it, the actual camera design was just terrible. I don't know why they would have it sticking out so that when you lay it on a surface, that's what's laying on the surface first. Now, not to say you're going to leave your phone on abrasive surfaces, but if you swipe it up really quick, you have a chance of damaging this front lens. And once it's scratched, you can't just, you know, rub it off and everything will be okay. No, it's damaged. So that's one feature I thought that they could have done better was, I don't know, maybe leave it flush with the phone so that a case wasn't necessary, even though, I mean, if you think about it, a lot of people, they just put cases on their phones nowadays. Now, the last thing that I thought I could possibly point out that I thought was negative was the vibrate. I'll go ahead and put my phone on my table and let you guys hear the vibrate. Now, it may sound a little bit better on camera than it does in person. However, I just thought I'd point out that I believe that they could have done a better job and made it a lot stronger vibrate. It is, however, the best vibrate of all the Android phones that Boost Mobile currently offers. So I guess I can't really complain that much. However, there has been plenty of times where I missed stuff like notifications and phone calls due to the fact that the vibrate feature was not strong enough and I had it in my pocket. Anyways, those are the only negative things I could possibly think of, and most of the stuff that I thought was negative is not a big deal to a lot of people, because the texting may not bother you. The camera design, once you put a case on it, no big deal. And the vibrate, some people say, hey, who cares? I don't even put my phone on vibrate. But either way, that's what I thought was negative, and I always have to find something negative to say about every phone because, like I said earlier, no phone is perfect. So let me know what you guys think of this phone if you currently own it. So make sure you guys leave a comment below. Let me know what you liked and what you disliked about the video. And I want to thank you guys for watching this. And if you're new to my channel, thanks for subscribing.